This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's talk about something else that's making the news and notes. On December 10th in Osaka, Japan, Brock Lesnar defeats New Japan's top tough guy, Nakanishi, in 4 minutes and 27 seconds in the main event. Will you stop? The semifinals saw Riki Choshu and Tanahashi and Nagata beat Goto, Tenzan, and Chono in 12:54. I'm bringing this up because Lesnar is wrestling here in defiance of the WWE's legal threats that he's breaking a no compete clause that he voluntarily signed about 20 months prior to this. It was a condition of his release from his WWE contract. And, the Torch would say WWE is attempting to put a restraining order on his participation in future matches. WWE believes it is wrong that they came to a mutual agreement with Lesnar in 2003 so that he could leave the company to pursue his NFL dreams, as long as he didn't go work for another pro wrestling promotion worldwide until his contract would have expired. And now he's wrestling elsewhere. Listen, typically I always sort of side with the boys on a topic like this, but in this particular case, you guys let him out and said, hey, you can go do whatever you want. Just don't go do this. And then he went and tried to do that. I see how you have an issue with this.
Yeah, because again, we made the investment in training him initially and getting him to the popularity that he was at. Brock was unhappy, wanted to do other things. That's fine. You can try other things. However, we had made the investment in him in the sports entertainment category and wanted to protect that. So just strictly business.
In hindsight, do you think there was anything that could have been done? I mean, obviously there's been a rocky past or relationship with Vince and Brock over the years, sort of lots of stops and starts. Do you think that something could have changed here, or at this point, was it just too far gone?
I don't know that it was too far gone or not. I just think that it was something that Brock wanted to do. And, there wasn't a whole lot of thought put into it as far as I know. And thank God I wasn't heavily involved in any of that at the time. So it was, but from a business standpoint, yeah, we had put a lot into Brock and wanted to protect that investment.
Let's talk about the show itself. As a reminder, we're covering the Torch here this week instead of the Observer. Wade would say that the first match got
not much better, but I actually don't mind Wade as much. Just as much.
Well, don't be
disappointed. He came up and introduced himself and said hello at StarCast, in that very first StarCast that we had.
Well, at Wale Mania back in the day, you posed for pictures with Dave Meltzer. So it's not like you guys have always been heated rivals.
Yeah, he also ran from me like a little girl.
Why are you doing this?
Because you brought up that I posed with him, but when I walked in, he ran to the other side of the room.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true. You weren't there.
I was there.
You weren't there when I walked into the building.
Oh, no, I wasn't there at that moment.
And he ran like a little girl. And then they had to tell him that you were coming up on stage. And then they brought me up on stage because he didn't want me up on stage.
And then just to be a dick in the back when he was being interviewed, you did a run in.
You goddamn right I did.
What's wrong with you?
And I hugged him on stage because he didn't want to be on stage with me. And I knew it. And can you remind me and refresh my memory? Because there was a chant that the audience at Wale Mania chanted when Dave Meltzer was introduced.
5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, no. 5 stars.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Why are you doing? But it was it's like a Kurt Angle, you suck thing. It's a gimmick. It's a routine.
No, it's not a gimmick. It was a feeling.
Why are you being like this? It's the holidays. Will you be nice?
I have been nice.
Can we talk about the show?
Nice.
Can we talk about the show?
Well, we were. I was making comment. I do commentary on commental shit.
Next up, we've got Edge and Lita walking to the ring. He says it's just him and a live mic, and that scares some people. And he's going to try to trash the Tigers and just Detroit in general. He's eventually going to start referring to Demetrius Young as Mark Henry. And, it's an okay little segment here. You know, they're even having some fun at his expense saying, hey Edge, where's your world title? What did you think of this interaction with, real life sports and Edge here?
It's always fun. And Detroit, for whatever reason, a lot of guys lived in Detroit, man. I remember Ted Nugent showing up, George Thorogood, Hitman Hearns, Thomas Hearns, and the Red Wings. Pat Patterson loved the hockey players, as he would say. He wouldn't say hockey. It would be, the hockey players are here. The Red Wing. And so it's funny that I'd never realized just how many huge stars lived in Detroit. Not a knock, Detroit. It's just that the stars that did live there were your hometown boys, often came out to support the cause. So there was often a lot of talent to work with and a lot of material there.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.